Traders, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Daily Stock Watch List. This one for Thursday, December 7th. I put these watch lists out for you guys for free every single day. My Discord is also free. That link is in the description below. So today, it's not just about stocks. We're going to uncover opportunities that could redefine your daily trading game. And if you've ever found yourself in the daily hustle of trading, searching for that edge to consistently spot opportunities, I'm going to tell you, you're in the right place. You're on the right channel. We're about to embark on a journey, and it's going to be together. A journey that transcends charts and numbers. A journey to uncover daily profit potential. Now, for those of you facing challenges in the daily trading grind, envision a space where you can gain exclusive insights and strategies that could reshape your approach to the market. This isn't about watching. It's about becoming part of a community with a shared goal, the goal of daily success. So here's your invitation. Whether you're new to trading or looking to elevate your daily game, hit that subscribe button and become part of our ever-growing community. I want to get started on this watch list. Make sure to become ingrained in this community. You're becoming part of that Discord. You're subscribing here. You're liking the videos. I'm going to get started on this list. The Discord link is down below. It is free for you guys. There is a paid portion of it. You don't have to sign up for that. The majority of it is free. There's a lot of free information in there. All my YouTube stuff for you guys is free. There's a ton of learning tools. So welcome aboard. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Strat. Welcome to Griswold Trading. The screen that you see in front of you guys, this is TradingView. If you've never used something like this, TradingView helps me chart every single one of my trades. It's how I find my trades. It's how I make my trades. So if you need something like this, I've provided a link for you guys down in the description below. It gives you a free 30-day trial to the subscription-based services of TradingView. Free for 30 days. And then if you decide to use it, you get up to $30 off of that subscription. But you need to make sure you're clicking on that link. The first one I've got on the list for you guys today, no particular order. First one is Ford. So we're going to go through a little bit of the strategies as we go through this. So you'll learn a little bit about what we do. If you're looking to learn about the new or the part of this strategy, like the strategy as a whole, I have learning tool videos on my channel. I also have a 1-hour strat course within my Griswold Gold membership. We'll talk about that a little later. So Ford, when we talk about the strat, there's 3 different candle types. There's a 2. You see these 2s, these 1s, these 2s, and a 3. Okay, those are the 3 different types of candlesticks. And you notice the 2s here. That is part of an indicator I created for you. That link is in the description below, or it's part of the Griswold Gold membership as well. But a 2 candle is a directional candle. It only breaks the high of the previous candle or the low of the previous candle. In this case, it broke the high, so we call that a 2 up. Obviously, if it broke to the downside, we'd call that a 2 down. But we have a 2 up. The thing about this one, there's 2 things. Number 1, it finished red. Okay, so that means we had buyers on board during the day. The sellers took it back. So that tells me there's potential for this to head back down tomorrow. The other thing we've got is a shooter candle, a bearish pattern. So when we see that, that's an actionable signal in the strat. Shooter candle is an actionable signal. A hammer candle, which is the opposite of this with the body at the top and the wick at the bottom, that's an actionable signal. And the inside bars are an actionable signal. So we'll talk about those as we go through. But this is the shooter candle. It's a bearish pattern. We had a 2 up, finished red. I'm going to look for a 2 down on the next daily candle. That's what we call a 2-2 reversal. And if these daily candles aren't working for you guys, hop down to a smaller time frame. You can look for the exact same setups we're going to talk about on a 30-minute, on an hourly, on a 15. Okay, I love the 15-minute and the 5. Those are kind of my go-tos. If you watch my SPY videos, it's what I've traded for most of this year is the SPY, the 15, and the 5. Go watch those videos, learn that strategy. It does move quicker than most tickers. But it is profitable. So that's Ford. We're going to look for this to trigger down at 1067 on that shooter candle, 2 up red. Let's move on to Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola is the opposite. That's the 2 down green, and it's pretty close to a hammer candle, which is a bullish pattern. We've got really good time frame continuity right here. That's part of my indicator as well. It's telling me there's buyers on the day, week, month, and quarterly. So we're going to look for triggers here to the upside at 58.73. AMD. One of the members is always asking what happened to AMD. AMD's on here, okay? 1-3 setup, not a normal strat setup, but the buyers had this, the sellers took it back. So we can look for a strong move to the downside, potentially tomorrow off of this 1-3 setup. Rich from Trading Wars coined this the Nirvana. So if we went back and looked at the last time we had a 1-3 right here, this is the kind of move we're expecting. And we don't always get those, but that's what we're kind of looking at. Let's look at the diamonds, DIA. DIA, 2 up red. So we look for those puts to the downside. 361.22 is our trigger price. If you guys have questions, make sure you leave them down below. Also, please leave me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you have questions on Twitter, you can ask me on Twitter. You can ask me in the Discord. I'm on all of those platforms, including Instagram. We look at Facebook. Facebook also had the 2 up red. So we'll look for puts there as well at 317.04. If you're looking for top 5s, I do give a top 5 out for this list. It is reserved for the Griswold Gold membership. It's $50 a month. It's one of the cheapest memberships you'll find. You get the top 5 every time I put out one of these videos, for the weekly swings, for the monthly swings. You get this indicator that we've talked about. You get live trading bots, so you don't have to go looking for these trades. They come to you on the hourly, the 30, the 15, and the 5. There's a 1-hour strat course that I have provided for you guys. So it takes you from the beginning stuff right until the end. Okay, the easier stuff right up to the harder things. So make sure you guys are checking that out as well if you are interested. I also do one-on-ones as a part of that membership. You guys have questions, you want to ask them, I'm there for you guys. AFRM, 2 up, finish red, shooter candle, okay? High probability play to the downside. We'll look for puts at 38.28 off of that actionable signal. So that's what I'm basically talking about with, lost my train of thought there, sorry guys, with AFRM. So when we look at eBay as we move on, eBay, same thing. We had, go back to eBay, sorry. eBay, 2 up, finish red. And again, we have that shooter candle that we're looking at. So we're going to look for this to trend down. 41.44 is our trigger price. We look at General Motors. General Motors, 2 up, finish red, shooter candle. So again, we're going to look for that to push back to the downside. 32.91. Now, I would potentially like to see more time frame continuity here within the weekly, monthly, quarterly. We don't need it, but what it tells me when those are red and we're looking for a downtrend, it tells me that there's a higher probability play of going to the downside. And that's all it is. Trading is probabilities. Strategies are probabilities, and it can't be anything other than that, because we'll never know what the next candlestick is going to be here. All we can do is take a look at what has happened in history and what has happened on past setups, and that will tell us if it's a good trade setup or if it's a bad trade setup. Most times, whether you're picking this strategy or something else to follow, they all work to a degree, but it's really the trader himself or herself that is going to make that strategy successful. It's how well you are, or how good you are at taking profit and making sure you set your stops so you're not taking big losses. That's what hampers most traders. When it really comes down to it, and that's what it really boils down to, that's what most traders struggle with, is the emotion, the fear, and the hope of trading. Roblox has a 1-3 setup, so not something, again, I normally look at, but they do have good potential, guys. And if I go back to try and find the last time we had a 1-3 on Roblox, there it is. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, the outside bar, the sellers had it, the buyers brought it back, and we just continued to trend up on it, okay? So we can look for that same thing on this one, and maybe we trend down, maybe we trend back up, but the sellers took this back. We'll see if it can have a continuation tomorrow. We were on Roblox. General Motors, did we do? I think we did. So let's go to Apple. I know we haven't done Apple. So Apple has the 2 up red. We'll look for those puts at 192.11, 2 up red. So we look for that to come back down, 2-2 reversal. Airbnb, shooter candle, 2 up red. We look for a 2-2 reversal, 2 up, 2 down. So we'll look for that to trend down based off of that 2 up red shooter candle. Adobe, 2 up red. Again, 2-2 reversal, 594.49 is our trigger price. BAC, 2 up red shooter candle. You're seeing a lot of these. Okay, that's the actionable signal. And again, you can look for these on smaller time frames. They don't have to necessarily be on that higher time frame. You can look for it on a smaller time frame if you prefer. And that is, I wouldn't recommend the 5, but you can look at it on the 15. You can look at it on the 30. You can look at it on the hourly. Any of those are satisfactory. Really, any time frame you want, the setups are still the same regardless of what you're looking at. BIDU, 2 up red on that one as well. Google, inside bar. So we haven't really discussed inside bars. Inside bars, or the 1 bar when we're talking about the strat. So we talked about the 2s, how they either break the high or the low. The inside bar does not break the high or the low. Okay, it's a consolidating candle. And you see it's yellow here. You see this outside bar is white. That is also part of my indicator. It makes it much easier for you guys to spot these things. But when you see that yellow candle, I want you guys to think and imagine that candle being squished, loaded, compacted, squeezed. Okay, and when you remove that pressure off of that candle, what you would expect to see is a big jump in one direction or the other. And we can go back in time and look, and it doesn't always work. This one didn't work. It did hit targets. It triggered, hit targets. The majority of time they work. This one to the upside. This one to the upside. The outside bars we didn't really talk about, but the outside bars are a 3-bar break both sides. Okay, this gold highlight, that's also part of my indicator. This inside bar didn't really work, went outside bar, but this inside bar to the upside, this inside bar to the upside. The majority of the time, you're going to see it trigger and you're going to see it hit targets. Okay, targets are just the high or the low of the preceding wick in the direction you're heading. This one triggered and up. This one triggered and up. This one not so much. This one triggered and down. This one triggered and up. Triggered up, triggered down. So the potential is there. The probability is there for you guys to jump into the market using these strategies and actually start to make some money, start to make some profit, start to change the way, the direction that your account is heading. Goldman Sachs, here's another 2 up red shooter candle. So we look for puts there at 341.60. Microsoft, this one's a little bit expensive to trade on options, but we can look for puts here at 368.03 on the 2 up red. Starbucks, inside bar. So we just talked about those. Calls at 97.17, puts at 95.47. And look, inside bar to the downside. Inside bar to the upside. Inside bar to the downside, okay? I don't have to continuously go through these with you, but I can, and I'll continuously show you guys the probability of what we're looking at here. Everything is based off of probability. NVIDIA, 2 up red, so we look for a 2-2 reversal there. QCOM, 2 up red, looking for the reversal there. Now, you do have conflict here with this time frame continuity, so I wouldn't consider this a high probability trade. You don't have to not take this trade because of that, but look for those high probability plays. Anytime you can put probability in your favor, you're going to be obviously better off. QQQ, next one, 2 up, finished red. Tesla finished with the inside bar shooter candle, so we can look for puts at 239.17 or calls at 246.57. Wells Fargo with the 2 up red shooter candle, so puts there at 44.43. 2 up red on XLV. Amazon, I think, had a inside bar. There you go. Amazon 2 up red. We can look for triggers at 147.85 or puts at 144.28 on Amazon. Guys, that's a list. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, make sure you check out the membership. The Discord's free. That membership includes a lot for the $50, and you should make that back in one trade based off of the strat. And again, you're not going to win every trade. I'm not sitting here telling you guys that this strategy is 100% foolproof, going to work 100% of the time. Okay, I'm not here telling you that it's going to work 60, 70, 80% of the time, because you and I could take the exact same trade. You could have better risk management than me. You could take 20% on a trade. I might take a 20% loss on that exact same trade, because maybe you're a better trader than me. Maybe you have better risk assessment. Maybe you're better with your emotions. All that stuff comes with time. You need to find a strategy that really works for you, something that's simple for you. And to me, this doesn't get any more simple. It's very, very, what I call organic trading. Okay, there's no indicators outside of the time frame continuity, our candlesticks, and Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rules, which are also part of my indicator. We don't use RSIs, EMAs, MACDs. We don't look for cup and handles. We don't look for any of that stuff. This is simple 1, 2, 3 organic trading. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you're subbed. Check out the Learning Tool videos. Check out the SPY 155s that I've got at the end of this one as well. Good luck trading on Thursday, guys. We'll see you in the Discord. We'll see you on Twitter, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.